Okay, so I am going to go over the laboratory do's and don'ts, and this is page number 15. I'm going to scroll that down there. Page number 15 in your yellow notes book. And this is going to be a quick 5-minute video and so you can always stop and rewind. Okay, the first one. First of all, this guy's he's not wearing any goggles. All of these fumes going up to his face, right? And he's pouring a little bit too high, right? That's going to be a little bit of a risk of splashing. Over here in number 2, right, first of all, her hair is not tied back. She doesn't have goggles on. Look at this sleeve, how close that is to the flame. Okay, so that's a dangerous situation. Again, no goggles, hair tied back, long sleeves. Right, so this guy, I don't know if he's wearing goggles, not really sure. But first of all, he is holding this test tube in the wrong way, right? So this should not be pointing straight up, right? Because then that could splash out and go towards his face. This really should be pointed really at, some form of angle. So probably that way, at about that kind of an angle, away from the face and away from the face of others. And number 4, the problem here is we have a flame, no human present, right? So an unattended flame. And these are combustible materials, right? So you're not going to want to have a bunch of loose papers and all of that near the flame. All right, so now we're going to go over here towards the bottom. So number 5. So first of all, with number 5, let me just angle this a little bit better. First of all, glasses do not count as safety goggles. I know you think they do, but they do not, right? Even if you have impact resistant, it's not going to help if anything gets splashed into your face or gases, for that matter. Never sniff anything directly, right? You want to waft, right? So waft if you have to smell something. But most often you probably don't need to smell something. Okay, so over here, first of all, no social distancing. I gotta have to laugh like that because it's the first time I've ever said that about this image. And there's no goggles, right? Nobody has any goggles. They're goofing around. It looks like they're having a party. There's no goggles. There's no hair tied back. This guy right here, he's reaching for a flask with something in it, and these kids are kind of goofing around. He's going to get knocked over, or that flask is going to get knocked over. And lab's not a party, but it definitely can be fun. All right, so that wraps up page number 15. Let's quickly go over to page number 16. I'm going to go over these. You can always rewind. The hottest part of the Bunsen burner flame is right here at the top. And we have the evaporating dish, the crucible tongs. We have the burette, which we'll use in the spring, wire mesh, crucible, graduated cylinder, ring stand. Now we have our beaker, clay triangle, Erlenmeyer flask. Yeah, that's a tough one to spell. A volumetric flask. We have a test tube holder, not a rack. And this is a watch glass. And this is a volumetric flask. All right, so that wraps up page 15 and 16 homework assignments in your notes.